Hey, what's up everyone? Dan here with Total Shape, and I'm just coming on here to make a quick video about something that I've been experimenting with that has really been game-changing, not just in several aspects of my life and lifestyle, but specifically for my fitness routine and my performance in the gym. And so I started getting into this when I heard of Wim Hof. You can look him up. He's also called the Iceman. He has a bunch of Guinness World Records, and he's really been spreading awareness of the benefits of cold exposure. And cold exposure falls under a topic in science called Hormesis. Hormesis basically is a fancy way or a scientific term for willful or conscious or intentional stress that you put on your body. So that could be something like going into a sauna for an extended period of time and not just like a little while getting a sweat and leaving, but like pushing yourself to stay in there past the point of discomfort. Doing certain kinds of breath work and even cold exposure are all, even fasting from food. These are all forms of what is called hormesis. And these different willful, intentional forms of stress that we put on our bodies can yield a lot of different results. And particularly cold exposure is something I've been experimenting with for about, I would say 6 weeks to varying degrees in different ways. And it has been game-changing. So the way that I've introduced myself to cold exposure is I initially started about 6 months ago just ending my showers, and I usually take pretty warm showers. Sometimes there are some that would call them scalding hot. I just say warm, but just ending the shower with the water at the very coldest that your shower can get for the last 30 seconds to a minute, whatever you can take. If you only take 10 seconds, then take 10 seconds in the beginning. The point is to get started. And I assure you, even if you are one of those people that like you think you can't take cold water, you do develop resilience to it. I can tell you because I was one of those people, and I was amazed at just how quickly I was able to move from 1 minute to 2 minutes. I can even do 10 minutes now of the water on pure cold, and that's in the winter on the east coast of the US. So pipes are cold during that time of the year. So when you put your water on all the way cold, you feel it. So anyway, so I started off with the last 30 seconds of a shower, moved up to my last minute of a shower, and then I worked my way up and up, right? And the thing you're gonna notice beyond the absolute shocking discomfort that you initially feel is afterwards, it feels like you are on this natural high that is unbelievable. And it's because you've gotten a major release of adrenaline or epinephrine, same term, just same thing, just different term. And it just like floods your system, and it just it gives you mental clarity. It has an amazing mood elevating effect. And check this out. There's been studies that show that when you expose yourself to cold, like in cold showers or even like an ice bath, it's a hormone called adiponectin. And adiponectin assists in natural fat loss. So people are noticing, including myself, natural fat loss occurring because as a result of doing this cold exposure. And doing the cold exposure before going into any kind of mental task, it's gonna require concentration, is incredibly beneficial. And I've even found my workouts, it's almost like a pre-workout, my workouts are more intense because I'm so like mentally alert after that crazy shock of the cold. And I can now do 2 minutes and a full ice bath. I mean, I've really worked up my tolerance to it. And the more intense the cold exposure, the more benefits you yield. And also the longer you expose yourself to the cold, you tend to feel the results a bit more intensely and longer as well. The only thing is, like I said, it's a tough habit to start because initially it has that shocking factor, but there's a lot of even mental benefit to challenging yourself and trying to stay calm and keep your breath steady in a state of panic, like when cold water is like, racing all over your body. It's changed everything in my life, from my mental focus, even my sleep's been better, and my intensity in the gym has definitely improved from it. It's available to anyone who has access to a shower. And again, if you want to get really intense, eventually you can work yourself up to full ice baths, or if money isn't an issue, you can buy yourself one of these cold plunges, have it on your deck, and you're solid. Anyway, that's all I have for you in this video. If you have any questions for me, drop them in the comment section. I'll get back to all of you. See you next time.